Hello everyone. Welcome to the Unified Solar Rooftop Portal for Arunachal Pradesh. In this video, we will understand the login, registration and the application process for CFA consumers. First of all, let us understand the login process. At first, open any web browser and type solar.apeda.nic.in in the address bar. Scroll down to reach the Apply Online Login option on the left side of the page. Click on the New User Registration option. Register using the appropriate applicant category and subcategory. Subsidy will be available only for the domestic consumers. Then click on the Register Now option at the bottom right corner of the page. Now, fill up the registration form with the basic details. Please note that the fields marked with asterisks are mandatory to fill in. First name of the applicant, last name of the applicant, mobile number, email ID and password. After filling up the form with the required information, enter the CAPTCHA code and click on the Save button. Registration successful message appears on the screen. A system-generated email is sent to the email address provided in the previous page stating successful completion of the registration process. Registered users will enter the email ID, password and CAPTCHA code to login. Click on the Login option. The applicant dashboard appears. The menu bar is displayed on the left-hand side. The main drop-down menu is Discom application. On clicking on the drop-down, the sub-menu is displayed. They are Apply for Solar Rooftop, Track Solar Rooftop application. The dashboard displays the interconnection and subsidy steps of the application process, immediate action points on the current status of the application. The total application process is segregated into 8 steps, which is further divided into different parts. Step 1. Apply for solar rooftop. Step 2. Application review. Step 3. Technical feasibility approval. Step 4. In principle sanction for subsidy. Step 5. Interconnection agreement. Step 6. Work completion. Step 7. Grid synchronization. Step 8. PCR submission and subsidy disbursement. Out of these, the applicant has to act on Step 1, 5, 6 and 8. We will see each steps in details. The Apply for Solar Rooftop submenu allows to apply for a new solar rooftop installation. On clicking on the same, Apply for Solar Rooftop page appears. In this page, the subsidy details are available. Information available under subsidy details are active approval number, approved capacity, available capacity, last date of accepting subsidy applications. Just below the subsidy details, expression of interest EOI link is available. If the proposed capacity is greater than available capacity or if the last date of application expired, then applicants eligible to receive subsidy can fill expression of interest EOI from this link. On clicking on the expression of interest EOI link, a pop-up appears. The applicant's name will already be visible. The applicant needs to enter the service connection, SC number and proposed capacity. then click on the Submit button. On the right-hand side of the previous page, the applicant can select whether the application will be with subsidy or without subsidy. Eligible applicants can apply with subsidy subject to availability of capacity and last date of accepting subsidy applications, or they can apply without subsidy. Both the procedures are similar, except there are some additional steps with applying with subsidy. In this video, we will see the procedure to apply with subsidy. On selecting Apply with Subsidy, Form 1A Grid Connected Solar Rooftop Application Form CFA appears. Applicant should fill in this form to apply. Fields marked with asterisks are mandatory to fill in. Discom name will be filled by default as DOP. The applicant needs to enter the service connection number to proceed with the application process. Next segment is consumer details. The category option is selected as domestic by default. In the name field, enter the consumer name. Enter connected load and contracted load. Phrase type will be either single phrase or three phrase. Subcategory is selected as residential by default. Father, husband's name is to be filled accordingly. Consumer details section is followed by address of the site for installations. Complete address of the site of installation is to be filled correctly. Door number, house number, street name, landmark, village name, mandal name, pin code, plant location, district, subdivision name and installing agency is to be selected from the drop-down list. The technical details section consists of three fields that needs to be filled accurately. Proposed GRPV plant capacity in kWp, shadow-free area of roof in square meter, total electricity consumption in units in 1 year. Click on checkbox if communication address is same as site address. If different, the applicant needs to fill up the below details separately. In the next section of the form, relevant ID proof needs to be uploaded. Select type of identity proof from the drop-down. Upload a self-attested scanned copy of the ID proof. The maximum size of file should not exceed 100 KB and the file format should be JPG, JPEG or PNG. Also, click on checkbox if applicant has Aadhaar card. If applying for group or society, tick on the checkbox and upload Form 1B. The form can be downloaded from the Download Form option in the home page. The max file size should not exceed 1024 KB and the file format should be PDF. The next and the last section in the application form is declaration. Mention the name of the place of application in the appropriate field. Upload a recent passport size photo. In the signature field, upload a scanned image of the signature of the applicant. Max file size should not exceed 100 KB and the file format should be JPG, JPEG or PNG. The next field is latest electricity bill, where a scanned copy of the latest electricity bill is to be uploaded with file size not exceeding 1024 KB and the file format should be PDF. At the end, click on the Save button and verify and proceed. After successful completion of the steps, notification in a green tab shall be displayed in the top right corner. Then acknowledgement page appears. It can be downloaded from the download option at the bottom left corner of the page for future reference. Now when we move to the dashboard, the first step turns green, showing its completion, and the next action point is DISCOM response awaited. The current status of the application is shown as application in review by AE SDO. Now, if we go to the Track Solar Rooftop application option, we can see the correct status as well as the upcoming steps of the application. In second step, the approver, that is AESDO, will review the application. Post-review, the application may have one of the following status: accepted. The application is correct and is accepted. Shortfall. There are some deficiency in the information or the documents provided. Here, the applicant needs to resubmit the application. Rejected. The total application is cancelled. Let us consider a case where the AESDO has marked the application as shortfall. The dashboard now will look like this. In this case, the applicant needs to resubmit the application with complete and correct details. To resubmit the application, applicant can access the application by clicking on Step 1 tab directly from Dashboard, or they can access the Track Rooftop application page. After resubmission, AESDO will review the application again and provide response. In the third step, the AESDO will review the technical feasibility of the application. Here, the AESDO will perform the technical feasibility checks and provide responses. Here, AESDO can provide any of the three responses: technically feasible, deficiencies and technical constraint, technically not feasible. In case of technically feasible, AESDO will provide the letter of approval if the proposed capacity is technically feasible. Then it will directly go to next step. In case AESDO selects the second option, that is deficiencies and technical constraint, the AESDO will propose feasibility for reduced capacity. Then the applicant have to resubmit the Form 1A. Subsequently, the applicant can either accept the reduced capacity and submit Form 2B or withdraw the application. Please note that feasibility report and intimation of technical constraints Form 2A and other documents can be viewed and downloaded from the Track Solar Rooftop application page. To accept the reduced capacity approved by AESDO, the applicant shall access the Track application page. On clicking on the green arrow under Action column, the Form 2B appears. On the Form 2B, response regarding technical constraint. If the applicant accepts the reduced capacity, they need to click on the I accept radio button. By clicking on the Convert to PDF option, the applicant can download the Form 2B in PDF format and upload the same at the Resolution of Deficiencies section. If the applicant is not ready to accept the reduced capacity, they will have to select the I withdraw the application radio button. In case of technically not feasible, that is third option, the application gets cancelled. In the fourth step, the Deputy Director APEDA will review the subsidy application and provide the in-principle sanction letter for applicants who have applied for subsidy. This step will be inactive for the applicant who have selected to apply without subsidy. In-principle sanction letter can be downloaded from Track Solar Rooftop application page. In the fifth step, the applicant will upload the interconnection agreement with DISCOM. Modeled interconnection agreement is available in the Download Forms section on the website homepage. On the Track Solar Rooftop application page, the applicant will have to click on the green arrow under Action column and upload the interconnection agreement. Next, the applicant have to send the meter procurement intimation to the AESDO by clicking on the green arrow. Here, enter the details of energy meter procured and click on Submit to provide response. In the sixth step, the applicant needs to upload the work completion report by selecting on the green arrow under Action column. On clicking on the arrow, the form 4 Work Completion Report appears. The first section of the form shows basic applicant details. The next section of the form shows the inverter and PV module details. By clicking on the plus symbol, the applicant can enter the inverter and PV module details in the pop-up. At the bottom section of the page, the applicant needs to provide module mounting structure details, details of the cable DC, the details of AC wiring, details of DC distribution box, details of AC distribution box, details of earthing, details of the meter, project details, project model and cost, details of caution signage, provision of manual and automatic switches, etc. At the end of the page, the consumer needs to upload all the relevant documents and photos as specified in the instruction. After submitting the work completion report, the applicant needs to send meter installation intimation by clicking on the green arrow on Track Solar Rooftop application page. In this page, the applicant will mention the meter testing fee which the consumer has paid and upload the NOC from Chief Electrical Inspector CEI or EI, which is mandatory only for the systems greater than equals to 25 kVA. In the seventh step, the AESDO will visit the site and inspect the system. If no deficiencies is found, the AESDO will issue the letter of synchronization. If AESDO finds any discrepancy in the system, the applicant needs to remove the deficiencies, post which they need to resubmit the work completion report and meter installation intimation. The interconnection process is completed now. In the eighth step, the applicant needs to submit the project completion report along with relevant documents. On the Track Solar Rooftop application page, click on the green arrow under Action column to submit the project completion report. In the project completion report page, the applicant needs to provide specific information and upload required files. After submitting the project completion report, the application process from the consumer's end is over. APEDA shall review the subsidy application and submit PCR to SPIN portal. If the submission made adhere to APEDA, DOP and MNRE requirements, Finance Officer will disburse the subsidy amount to the developer's account. With this, we come to the end of the video on CFA consumer application process. Thank you.